Listen, I don't care what you've been through, what's trying to break you right now, or how tired you feel deep down inside. I'm here to tell you this, loud and clear: you weren't born to break. Let that sink in. You weren't made to crumble every time life hits you. You weren't built to stay down. You weren't designed to live life small, scared, and stuck. You were born with something powerful inside you. Something that can't be taken, only forgotten. And today, we're going to wake that part of you up. Because let's be real. Life, it doesn't care if you're ready. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're stressed, or if you feel like you've had enough. It just keeps moving. And the truth is, sometimes it feels like you're getting hit from every angle. Your mind's tired, your heart's heavy, and you start to wonder, am I really strong enough for this? Yes, you are. And no, it doesn't always feel like it. Strength doesn't always feel like strength when you're in it. Sometimes, it just feels like waking up and choosing not to quit. That alone takes courage. That alone makes you different. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have a flawless story. All you need is the decision that you will not let this break you. You have no idea how powerful you are when you stop trying to avoid the pain and start using it to fuel you. You have no idea how far you can go when you stop doubting your ability to bounce back. You weren't born to break. You were born to bend, to shift, to adapt, and to rise again. And again. And again. I know people have counted you out. I know you've had moments where even you doubted yourself. That's okay. Every warrior has scars. Every winner has wounds. That doesn't make you weak, it makes you real. It means you've been in the fight. It means you've got history. But it also means you've got experience, wisdom, and something this world can't teach: resilience. And resilience? That's a superpower. That's what makes you unstoppable, not because you never get tired, but because you refuse to stay down. You keep showing up. You keep trying again. And that alone? That's more than most will ever do. So if you've been feeling stuck, like life's testing you in every way, if your back's against the wall and you're wondering if you've got anything left in the tank, hear this. You weren't born to break. You were born to fight, to grow, to become more than what the world expected from you. You were born to turn pain into power, struggle into strength, and failure into fuel. So breathe. Stand up. Roll your shoulders back. Look at your reflection and remind yourself, this story isn't over. You're not finished. You're just getting started. And when you come out of this storm, you won't be the same. You'll be better. You'll be stronger. Because you were never meant to break. You were built to rise. Let's get it. Let's be honest, the biggest shift in your life, the moment everything starts changing, is the moment you decide to own everything. Not just the good moments, not just the wins, not just the things you're proud of. I'm talking about everything. The failures, the slip-ups, the missed chances, the habits you've let slide, the people you kept around even though you knew they weren't right for your growth. All of it. See, the world has taught us how to point fingers. It's easy to say, I'm like this because of my parents, or I didn't get that opportunity because life's unfair, or they did this to me. And maybe some of that is true. Maybe some of it really wasn't your fault. But let me tell you something that'll change your life forever. It's not about fault. It's about responsibility. Because the second you take ownership of your life, you take back your power. You stop giving it away to people who don't deserve it. You stop being a victim of your circumstances, and you become the creator of your comeback. Ownership is where the beast in you wakes up. You can't fix what you won't face. You can't grow from what you keep blaming. And you sure as hell can't become the version of yourself you're dreaming about if you keep ducking accountability every time it feels uncomfortable. Owning everything is about looking in the mirror and saying, "That's on me. And I'm gonna fix it." It's about realizing your current situation is a reflection of past decisions. And if you want a different future, you've got to make different moves, starting right now. That mindset? That's elite. That's rare. And that's why so many people stay stuck. Because ownership is heavy. It forces you to swallow your pride. It forces you to admit you wasted time. It forces you to look at the ways you self-sabotaged and say, "Okay, no more. That ends now." But here's the beauty of it. When you own your mistakes, you own the power to change them. When you own your time, you stop wasting it on meaningless distractions. When you own your habits, your energy, your words, your mindset, you stop living on autopilot and start living with purpose. You stop reacting to life, and you start designing it. This isn't just about success, it's about freedom. Because when you fully own your life, no one can manipulate you with guilt, no one can limit you with their expectations, and no one can keep you small because you finally understand, it's all on you. And that's not a burden. That's your advantage. Let me ask you this straight up. What are you avoiding right now? What area of your life have you let slide? What excuses have become part of your routine? Because until you face those things head on, they'll run your life in the background. Quietly. Consistently. They'll rob you of your time, your peace, your confidence, and you won't even know it's happening. But the moment you say, "I'm done blaming. I'm done running. I own this," everything changes. You stop feeling like a passenger, and you become the driver. You stop settling for almost and start building always. You stop waiting for permission and start giving yourself the green light. Look, I'm not saying this is easy. It's not. Ownership takes guts. It takes maturity. It takes swallowing your ego and doing the work, even when nobody's watching. But it's the only way to become unstoppable. Because nobody can stop someone who's brutally honest with themselves and relentless about leveling up. So today, I challenge you. Own your attitude. Own your effort. Own your words. Own your focus. Own your energy. Own your choices. Own your future. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop needing someone to tell you what to do. Stop letting your past define your limits. Own the day. Own the grind. Own the direction of your life. Because when you own everything, you can change anything. Let that sink in. This is the mindset that separates the average from the elite. This is how you stop surviving and start dominating. This is how you become unbreakable. It starts with one decision. No more blame. No more excuses. Only ownership. Let's go. This mindset right here, train like you're behind, think like you're ahead, is what separates people who rise from people who stay stuck wondering why nothing's changing. Let's break it down. Training like you're behind means showing up every single day like someone out there is working harder than you, hungrier than you, more desperate than you, and they want what you want. And if you slip for even a second, they'll take it. You move like the underdog. No entitlement. No ego. Just hunger. Because when you train like you're behind, you push harder. You're not impressed with your own effort. You don't make excuses. You don't relax after one good day. You're chasing improvement like your life depends on it. Because in some ways, it does. But here's the flip side, and this is what most people miss. While you train like you're behind, you think like you're ahead. You walk with your head high. Not cocky, but confident. You know where you're going. You believe in your vision. You've already seen it in your mind 1,000 times. You think like someone who's already won, even if nobody else can see it yet. Because mindset? That's your edge. That combination is deadly. You stay grounded in effort, but elevated in belief. You're humble enough to know you've got work to do, but bold enough to know you're the one who can do it. Now here's why this matters so much. Too many people flip the formula. They train like they're ahead, meaning they go half speed, they coast, they think they've made it, and then they think like they're behind, meaning they doubt themselves, compare themselves, question their worth. That's the trap. That's how you kill your own momentum. You've got to earn the results like a nobody and carry yourself like a champion. Because look, you might be starting from zero. You might feel like you've wasted time, missed chances, or failed 1,000 times already. That's okay. Start from there. Train harder than ever. Show up earlier. Stay later. Learn faster. Outwork everybody, even if nobody's watching. But while you're doing that, don't forget to think like the person you want to become. Talk to yourself differently. Carry yourself differently. Start expecting more from life, because you're expecting more from yourself. Don't let the process make you feel small. Let it sharpen you. There's a fire that comes from feeling like you've got something to prove. But there's power that comes from knowing you've got something to protect. Your future. Your dream. Your legacy. You need both. So when you're tired, when your body's sore, when your motivation is gone, train like the world is ahead of you, and you're clawing your way to the top. But when you walk into a room, you walk like you belong there. Not because someone told you, because you told yourself. Think about a lion. It doesn't brag about being the king. It just moves like it already knows. But when it's time to hunt, it's relentless. That's the mentality. Calm belief. Ruthless work ethic. You don't need applause. You don't need a crowd. You just need that inner engine that says, I'm not there yet, but I will be. And no one's gonna outwork me on the way there. Every champion trains like they're behind. Like someone's coming for the throne. Because that pressure, that hunger, that urgency, that's what builds greatness. Not comfort. Not coasting. Not thinking you've done enough. But champions also think like they're ahead. Like they've already seen the finish line. Like they know who they are even when nobody else claps for them. You need both gears. If you only train hard but you keep doubting yourself, you'll burn out. If you only think positive but you're not working, you'll be exposed. You want to be unstoppable? Get serious about this balance. Grind like you're broke. Speak like you're blessed. Work like you're behind. Think like you're already there. That's how you rise. That's how you build a version of yourself that can't be shaken, because you know what it took to become that person. So wake up every day with something to prove. But go to bed knowing you're capable of anything. Keep your head down in the hustle and your mind high in the vision. Because nobody's coming to do it for you. This is your season. Train like it. Think like it. Let's go. If you're going to make it in this life, if you're really going to become unstoppable, you have to learn how to take your pain and turn it into power. Because here's the truth, everyone feels pain. Every single person. The ones who look strong, they've been through storms. The ones you look up to, they faced nights where they almost gave up. But they didn't. They took their pain and turned it into something. They didn't sit in it forever. They didn't play the victim. They didn't let it define them. They let it drive them. And you've got to do the same. I don't know what you've been through. Maybe it was heartbreak. Maybe you were abandoned. Maybe life crushed you with a loss, a failure, or a mistake you're still trying to forgive yourself for. Whatever it is, that pain has two paths. It can poison you, or it can push you. And you get to choose. You don't get to choose everything that happens to you. But you always get to choose what you do with it. Pain can either break you or build you. It can either make you bitter or make you better. That's real talk. So when the pain comes, and it will, you look it dead in the eye and say, "You are not here to destroy me. You're here to teach me, to fuel me, to shape me." Because pain, it's a signal. It's proof that something matters. It's a fire that, when controlled, can forge strength like nothing else. You want to grow? You want to level up? You want to become someone the old version of you wouldn't even recognize? Then stop running from your pain. Stop numbing it. Stop pretending it didn't happen. Grab it. Own it. And turn it into something powerful. Let your past be your reason, not your excuse. You've got scars? Good. Scars mean you healed. You survived. And now you've got stories, lessons, and depth that nobody can teach from a book. That's your edge. Too many people carry their pain like it's a weight. But real ones, real warriors, they carry it like it's armor. They say, "This hurt me, but it didn't stop me. In fact, it made me better." That's what pain is supposed to do. It's supposed to wake you up. To strip away the fake. To break down what's weak so what's strong can rise. The most dangerous version of you is the one who stopped blaming and started building. The one who stopped crying over it and started grinding through it. The one who realized pain doesn't mean the end, it means the beginning of a new level. Think about it. Muscles grow from tearing. Diamonds form under pressure. Swords are made in fire. You are no different. Your pain is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your power. So when life throws you setbacks, don't shrink. Don't fold. Don't let it dim your light. Let it show you what you're made of. Say to yourself, "This will not defeat me. I will rise. I will rebuild. I will come back stronger, smarter, and more focused." And you will. Because people who turn pain into power are built different. They don't beg for easy. They train for hard. They use every ounce of struggle as fuel for their mission. So if you've been through hell and back, and you're still standing, own that. There's nothing soft about you. You're built from something most people don't understand. And the world? It's watching. But more importantly, you are watching. You are shaping your story with every choice you make. So don't waste your pain. Don't let it turn into resentment or regret. Let it become your reason. Let it remind you of your strength. Let it light your fire. Let it make you unstoppable. Because the ones who rise the highest, they didn't skip the pain. They used it. So whatever you've been carrying, breathe deep, lift your head, and move forward. You've got this. Turn that pain into power. Because it does. Listen, you can't be unstoppable if your mind is always surrounded by noise, by drama, by people who don't believe in anything but complaining. You need focus. You need clarity. You need people who speak life, not fear. Start saying no more often. Start deleting what drains you. Start spending more time alone in silence and with people who want to see you win. Your energy is your greatest weapon. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. This one's deep. You will have days where you forget how powerful you are. You will doubt. You will overthink. You will feel tired, unmotivated, confused. But don't stay there. Pause. Breathe. Reconnect. You are not weak for having moments. You're human. But the ones who become unstoppable are the ones who remember who they are after those moments. You're a fighter. You're a builder. You've been through storms and you're still standing. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to decide you're not done. Look, the truth is, the world can throw a lot at you. Life isn't fair. Timing won't always feel perfect. People will doubt you, ignore you, walk away from you, overlook you. But what they can't take away is your mindset. When you train that, when you strengthen that, when you protect that, you become unstoppable. Not because you never lose, but because you refuse to quit. So if you've been waiting for a sign, for permission, for someone to tell you you're ready, this is it. You've got the fire. You've got the fight. Now go become the version of you that doesn't break. Let's go.